Ever pondered about the untold stories of the African continent, the narratives overshadowed by the powerful and dominant? Our journey begins in the heart of Africa, a land of rich history and diverse cultures, bursting with tales that have remained untold for far too long. A continent where every stone, every river, every tree has a story to tell, a lesson to impart. Yet these stories have often been drowned out by narratives of power, oppression, and dominance. Imagine, if you will, a tapestry woven by countless threads, each thread representing a unique ethnicity, a different culture, a distinct language. Now imagine if we only choose to see some threads while ignoring the others. The result would be a distorted, incomplete picture, wouldn't it? This is exactly what happens when we only listen to the stories told by the dominant powers. So let's turn the tables. Let's listen to the lion's historian. Let's amplify the voices that have long been marginalized, the voices that have been suppressed and silenced. Let's embark on a journey of discovery, a journey that takes us through the dusty pages of Africa's rich and complex history, a history that is as diverse as its people. As we traverse through time, we will encounter tales of resilience and resistance, of hope and despair, of triumph and defeat. We will delve into the dark chapters of slavery and colonialism and the enduring impact they have had on the continent and its people. We will explore the exploitation of Africa's abundant resources and the devastating consequences it has had on the environment and the livelihoods of its inhabitants. But remember, we are not just looking back, we are also looking forward, for it is only by understanding our past that we can hope to shape a better future, a future where every voice matters, where every story counts. As we embark on this journey, bear in mind that the past holds the keys to our present and future. So, let's dive into the depths of Africa's true history. Imagine a time when human beings were treated as commodities, traded, and exploited. This was a grim reality for many Africans during the era of slavery. Africa's narrative is marked by a dark chapter, a time when the worth of a human life was measured in gold coins and the color of their skin. Africans were subjected to unimaginable horrors, stripped of their dignity, and forced into a life of servitude. The institution of slavery was not just a system of forced labor. It was a cruel apparatus designed to dehumanize and subjugate an entire race. The transatlantic slave trade, one of the most horrific chapters in human history, saw millions of Africans ripped from their homes and families, shackled in chains, and transported across the ocean to a life of forced labor and unimaginable cruelty. This was an era when human beings were reduced to mere property, bought and sold like cattle at the whims of their masters. But the brutality of slavery was more than just physical. It was a psychological warfare, a systematic campaign to devalue and degrade the African identity. Africans were portrayed as lesser beings, inferior and incapable of civilization. This dehumanizing ideology was used to justify the abhorrent crimes committed against them. It was a manipulation of the worst kind, creating a narrative that Africans were destined for servitude, a narrative that sought to silence their voices and erase their stories. Even as the shackles of slavery were broken, the scars of this horrifying chapter continue to linger. The echoes of these injustices still resound today, subtly shaping the experiences of the Black community worldwide. The ideologies that justified slavery have morphed into systemic racism, subtly woven into the fabric of societies around the world. As we delve deeper into Africa's past, it becomes clear that understanding the true nature of slavery and oppression is critical. It helps us comprehend the struggles faced by the Black community today and emphasizes the importance of addressing these systemic issues. The echoes of these injustices still resound today, subtly shaping the experiences of the Black community worldwide. The African continent, abundant in resources, became the target of ruthless exploitation during the colonial era. A continent so rich in resources, culture, and potential was seen not for its intrinsic value, but as a treasure trove for the taking. Gold, diamonds, ivory, and other natural resources were extracted in vast quantities, often with little to no benefit for the local populations who called these lands home. The exploitation was not merely material, it was cultural, spiritual, and psychological. The colonizers sought to impose their own ideals, values, and systems upon the diverse communities of Africa, often disregarding and erasing the rich tapestry of indigenous cultures, languages, and traditions. The colonial powers, in their quest for wealth and dominance, employed tactics that were deeply dehumanizing and destructive. They divided communities, pitting one against the other, planting seeds of discord that have grown into deep-rooted conflicts persisting to this day. And the impact of this ruthless exploitation, it's etched deep into the fabric of the African continent. The extraction of resources left many areas impoverished, despite their natural wealth. The imposed systems and structures have often proven to be ill-fitting, leading to issues of governance, corruption, and social inequality. Moreover, the psychological scars run deep. The narrative of inferiority, the systematic erasure of cultural identity, and the trauma of violence and oppression have left a lasting imprint on the collective psyche of the African people. Yet, despite these challenges, Africa has shown remarkable resilience. The continent is a testament to the indomitable spirit of its people, their rich cultures, and their unyielding hope for a better future. However, it's crucial to remember and acknowledge the historical injustices that have shaped the present reality. By understanding the past, we can work towards healing, reconciliation, and a more equitable future. The scars of colonialism and exploitation still mar the face of Africa, and its echoes continue to reverberate in the present.
Despite the dark history, Africa has always emerged resilient, with hope and optimism for the future. It's a testament to the indomitable spirit of its people who have weathered the storm of centuries of exploitation and yet continue to rise. Today, Africa stands at the precipice of a new era, grappling with the legacy of its past while forging a path for a promising future. Indeed, the challenges are monumental. Economic disparity, political instability, and the lingering effects of colonialism. But so too are the opportunities. The continent is making strides in technology, education, and healthcare, transforming the lives of millions. The richness of its cultural heritage is being celebrated globally, and its youth are defining the continent's narrative, breaking stereotypes, and setting the stage for a new dawn. As we continue to explore and understand the untold stories of Africa, we are reminded of the immense strength and resilience of its people promise of a brighter future that lies ahead.